Hey everyone, I'm back, Mrs. Kavanagh. Now I'm outside because we know that the Roly Poly Bird is found in two different places. The first story that she is in is the enormous crocodile, and we also see Mugglewump, the monkey, in the enormous crocodile as well. The second story that they're both in is the Twits, and the Roly Poly Birds come to the rescue of Mugglewump and the other monkeys that are being held captive by the Twits. So we're going to go into the studio now and see if we can do a bit of crafting and create our own Roly Poly Bird. So in this shot here, taken directly from the Twits, we can see Mugglewump and the other monkeys having built a tree house, and then the other birds, including the Roly Poly Bird here, all creating and building their nests around the monkeys' treehouse to protect and hide the monkeys. So what we're going to do is we're going to create and collage and cut bits of paper out to create the Roly Poly Bird here. I'm just going to put this to one side, and this piece of cardboard, just from some packaging that I've had, is going to be the basis for our collage, and we're going to use some oil pastels on here as well. If you don't have any oil pastels, you could use crayons or felt tip pens or colouring pencils, whatever you have available. So the first thing we're going to do is to start with the head, and I'm going to cut out an eye here. So here's our eye. Some of you might recognise this as one of the doilies that we used for angel bodies or angel wings at Christmas time. So here's our eye, and we're going to stick that on. And let me Sharpie on. So in this instance, the pupil is at the front of the eye because the Roly Poly Bird is looking forward. I'm now going to speed the video up and talk you through the process. So what I really encourage you to do is to try and find bits of card or paper or anything that you've got lying around the house. So here you can see I have patterns, I have card already that's a similar colour. I'm even using an envelope and leftover bits from birthday cards. All the while I am trying to look back at my reference photo that I had on the internet or in the book, and I'm thinking, what shapes do I need to include? Where does the wing start? Anything else like that? For this next part, I know that I want to curl up the card so that it looks a bit more like feathers popping out from the collage surface. So we get this really lovely 3D effect. So I'm able to do that by cutting into the card and then curling it up using the back of one blade of the scissors. You could also curl them around a pencil, and that would have the same effect. So the next part of what I want to do is to add lots of layers of this so we really get a feel for the feathering and the wing. Don't forget, you can add more detail with your pastels or crayons or felt tip pens later. So a top tip for you would be to keep any birthday cards or other relatives' cards to have the front of them and cut them out for later craft projects. You can see here I've got one with feathers on, so why not use them for the Roly Poly Bird's tail? Now that I've cut out and stuck those tail feathers on, it's time to get the really long feathers stuck down. I'm going to use a mixture of yellow and brown card that I have. You could use newspaper if you have it available. You could use any other card, any different colours, or paper, whatever you like. It could be painted on. It's entirely up to you. Since I was cutting brown card anyway, I thought I might as well go ahead and make some legs for our Roly Poly Bird. And then the next part is just to slide those long tail feathers underneath what you've already stuck down. So if you've stuck it too much, then don't worry, you could just add another piece of blue on top. But luckily I can slide mine under. Okie dokie. Once you've done all of your cutting and sticking, it's time to get some more colour on. And this is where you can use your crayons or your felt tip pens or paints or whatever you have to hand, even if it's colouring pencils, even if it's just normal pencil. Now you'll see I'm not being really careful because the Roly Poly Bird is in flight and she's running towards Mugglewump and the other monkeys. So I don't need to be really careful. I'm giving the illusion of speed as we go. And also I can sort of imagine that her feathers are quite ruffled anyway. She always seems to be in a bit of a rush. So we're adding lots of different colours to the end. And then once you've done that, you're totally finished. So we come back to your Roly Poly Bird here, and then we can compare and contrast with our Roly Poly Bird. Yeah. I hope you have a great time making your Roly Poly Bird, and if you'd like to see more of these videos, don't forget to subscribe and like the video underneath. Until next time, bye bye!